First thing we need to do is these are the things we're finding. So again, we're going to go to the formula sheet. So I'm going to go to the formula sheet and just copy down those formulas. Remember, for cosine there, you can use any of those three. So I'm just copying those down right now. So now that I know what my formulas are, now I need to go and take the information that I need from the given. So the first thing I need here is the sine of x, which they gave me. So I'm going to replace that. Times 2 is still there. Now I need the cosine of x, which they did not give me. So I'm going to have to use this information and find the cosine of x. You can draw a triangle, which is what I'm going to do, or you could use sine squared x plus cosine squared x equals 1. But I'm going to take this given information. I'm going to sketch a triangle. I'm going to throw angle x on there. Since this is the sine of that angle, that means 1 is the opposite side and 8 is the adjacent side. To get the cosine of x, 1 is the opposite side and 8 is the hypotenuse. To get the cosine of x, I need the adjacent side. So I'm going to do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So you get b equals the square root of 63, which when you reduce it is 3 square roots of 7. So the adjacent side is 3 square roots of 7 over 8. We're in quadrant 1, so that's going to be positive. So now I know what my cosine value is. So I can go ahead and plug that in there. And then I can just multiply straight across. 2 times 1 times 3 square roots of 7 is 6 square roots of 7. 8 times 8 is 64. And then the 6 and the 64 are both even, so we can reduce that. And there's our answer. Cosine squared x minus sine squared x is my next one. So I'm going to go up and take the cosine value. Square that. Take the sine value. Square that. When I square this, it's going to end up being 3 squared is 9 times the square root of 7 squared is 7. So we have 63. Over 64 minus 1 over 64, which is 62 over 64, which is 31 over 32. And then finally, for this one, I need the tangent of x. Well, I have my triangle up here, so I can go up there and get the tangent of x off of that. The tangent of x is 1 over 3 square roots of 7. So I have 2 times 1 over 3 square roots of 7 over 1 minus 1 over 3 square roots of 7. So in the numerator, I multiply the 2 times the 1. In the denominator, I'm going to square that. So 1 squared is 1. We already talked about 3 square roots of 7 squared is 63. So I have 2 over 3 square roots of 7. All over, common denominator here, 62 over 63. Multiply by the reciprocal. You can cancel here. You can cancel here. So you end up getting 21 over 31 square roots of 7. Rationalize that. I'm going to reduce that. So we get square root of 7 over 39. 13, there's not going to be one like that on the test. Whoever asked for all from this section, you have a bigger problem. You need to be staying after to get some extra help, not asking me to reteach a whole section. In 7.4 here, you're asked to use the product to sum formula to rewrite this. So we have, remember, you're looking for what two trig functions are multiplying together. We have a sine times a sine. So we go to our formula sheet, and the very first one right there is the sine times the sine. So we have 1/2 bracket cosine of the two angles subtracted. My angles are 16x and 11x. Then minus the cosine of the two angles added. And bracket. So it was just this first one that I was reading. Then I'm going to simplify inside the parentheses. So this becomes 5x cosine minus cosine of 27x. The 1/2 is still out here. And that 16 needs to come down and multiply by the 1/2. So you have 8 times the cosine of 5x minus the cosine of 27x.